Hey, what's up? It's Kyle here with Campus Gains, helping college students build awesome muscular and lean bodies. And in this video, I want to show you how to do your first chin up if you can't do one with the help of some assistance bands, okay? So essentially, I'm showing you the correct way to cheat to do a chin up. Now, if you've never done a chin up before or you're skeptical about chin ups, I'll say this about chin ups, okay? I think they're a highly underrated exercise. Not enough people do them. It's not done enough. Where essentially they are a great compound exercise that not only works your biceps, but it's working your triceps, your abs, your back, and your forearms all at once. So if you're instead thinking that you got to do a bunch of curls to get big biceps, I would say try your luck at some chin-ups first, okay? So now that you know that chin-ups are a great exercise, let me talk about if you can't do a chin-up, okay? First of all, if you have a lot of excess body fat on you and you're a little overweight, that is the first thing you need to tackle if you can't do a chin-up. Sure, I'm going to show you how with some assistance bands we can make it easier and you're going to incrementally work your way up to a full chin-up, but you got to tackle the main problem first, where if you are overweight, you need to get yourself in a diet that's in a caloric deficit where you're expending more calories than you're taking in. That way you can lose that body fat and make it much easier to actually tackle an exercise like this. Now, moving on, if we want to do this with assistance bands, because you're essentially just weak, okay? Don't be embarrassed. Everybody's been there. I was weak myself and I couldn't do a single chin up. You want to start with some assistance bands. And what I got behind me is this is actually a set of 4 bands. So I'll leave a link below this video so you can check those bands out for yourself. So there's actually 2 sets. There's a set of 4 and a set of 5. And what these are these are very thick rubber bands that, depending on which color you have, the elasticity is a little different. So this color here, this green one, this is the thickest band. The elasticity is not as flexible, so when we use it to help ourselves with the chin up, it's actually going to give us more assistance than this red one here at the end, which is going to give us the least amount of assistance. So after you work yourself up to another color, you'll find it's going to be a little more difficult to do a chin up, but that's what you want. You want to build up that muscle adaptation so eventually you're not using a band at all. Now if you get this 4-pack here, I believe these are by Fitness Dreamer brand, okay? If you get this 4-pack here and you decide that this green band is actually not thick enough and does not provide enough assistance, you don't gotta buy a whole nother set of bands to get the next one, because the 5 set will give you an even thicker blue band, but you can buy that separately if you really think that you need it, okay? So let's talk about how to get this set up and how you can start doing your first chin. Here's how you actually attach the band to the bar. So what I'm gonna do is I got my green band here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it from the back, I'm gonna put it over top of the bar. So I got this hanging loop over the front, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this long end of the loop and put it through the first one. And I'm gonna pull that slack tight. Now I got this nice tight knot up here that's going to support us when we're actually doing our chin up. Okay, so now that we actually have our band attached to the bar, this loop hanging down is actually going to act like a little stirrup. This is where you're going to put your foot in. And I would suggest putting only one foot in and then kind of having the other one tight up against the other foot. Maybe you can put it on top, but not actually through the loop or touching the bottom of the band, because that tends to wear the band out a little quicker, and you'll actually maybe cause these to break over a period of time of doing that sort of thing. So one foot in here I think is really all you need. Now before I get up and I actually show a couple chin-ups, there's the question of how do your hands go, okay? So if you actually have the back side of your hand facing away from you, that is a chin-up grip, okay? You're actually doing a chin-up, and what I've been talking about this entire time. Now if you have the back side of your hand facing you, that's actually a pull-up grip. Nothing wrong with that either, but it's just very similar ways of doing the exercise, but they slightly work different muscles. Now, when I say slightly, I mean very slightly. There's been some tests on the muscle stimulation that happens on a chin-up versus a pull-up, and they are almost identical. However, they found that in a very minor sense, the chin-up actually works the biceps more than the pull-up, and the pull-up works the back more than the chin-up. So make whatever distinction you want. It's more about comfort on which way you want to grip the bar. Now, what I would suggest is either way you grip it, try to keep your grip about shoulder width apart. Any wider and you're actually sort of starting to cheat yourself in a bad way on the exercise. But if you put your grip too narrow, you're actually going to isolate some muscles that are going to give a little overemphasis, is what we really don't want right now. We want to work them all evenly, because you're watching a video on how to do a chin-up, so I assume you haven't done these before and you're kind of weak on the exercise. So you want to work all of these at once, okay? So let's do a few chin-ups. I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, so now I'm actually going to grab the bottom of this band and I'm going to put my foot through it. Like that. Okay, I put it in the stirrup. I'm going to grab the bar about shoulder width apart. I'm going to put myself up into the, actually I'm going to start from the hanging position. The hanging position is really where you want to start, where your arms are almost fully extended, but you keep your shoulders engaged. And the reason you want to keep your shoulders engaged is because you'll eventually cause yourself shoulder problems if you hang in a completely dead hang without your shoulder muscles tightened and actually activated. So we're going to keep them engaged, the bottom position with our arms almost fully extended, so that we'll get the most range of motion out of the entire exercise, and we'll show you how to do that right now. And up, chin over the bar, and back there. Up, chin over the bar, and back down. One more, up, back down. And that is how you do a chin-up. So that is essentially the way to do a chin-up with the help of an assistance band. What you want to aim for is about 3 sets of 5. That's commonly a good amount of reps and sets in order to work your way up. When you're able to do a full 3 sets of 5 on one color of the band, for the next workout session, try to go to the next color, which will give you less assistance and make you work more. And before you know it, you'll have worked yourself all the way up to a full chin-up without any bands, and you'll be doing it completely by yourself, which will be awesome. So thanks for watching this video. I hope this was helpful for you. If you liked the video, please be sure to like it, share, and I'll talk to you next time. This is Kyle from Campus Gains, helping college students build muscular and lean bodies.